Hey, good evening and good afternoon and good something to everybody. I promise I'll show my ugly face in a moment. Hey, there we go. Greetings from Bulgaria. Welcome to Vulkk's regular live stream for Star Wars The Old Republic. Well, the first one since, I want to say 2 months. Oh, good evening and good afternoon and good something to everybody. I promise I'll show my ugly face in a moment. Hey, there we go. Stupid Vulkk. Sorry about that double sound. It was just for I don't know, 3, 4, 5 seconds. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys are enjoying the server merge. Up in the very top of the screen, you can see that my name, well, not my name, the name of my new server is Darth Malgus. That's why you're also seeing this clickbait title. I promise I didn't want to make it a clickbait. It just came on its own. And I'm really happy that I will be playing on the Darth Malgus server. Actually, all the servers have cool and interesting names, I have to admit. But mine is the best. Two of you guys here, thank you to all of you for joining so soon. And if anybody has already liked the live stream, thank you for doing that as well. I haven't actually checked. If anybody disliked it, hello, go away. Okay, what we're doing today, I've already completed the achievement related to the group finder because I've done 3 flashpoints earlier today. I've noticed absolutely no change whatsoever in my ping and latency. And the population on the server was just the same as before. 2 fleets on the Republic side, both of them full, of course, but that was in the late afternoon for me, so it's the beginning of the rush hour or peak hour for Europe, which is the location where I'm playing, and this is the European English server. So it's expected. If anybody wants to join me for a flashpoint or an uprising, just let me know in the chat. This live stream is expected to be maybe about 90 minutes or so, depending on how many flashpoints I want to do and how long they take to do. I'll be doing them with probably the first one with Vulkk, and I'll select the False Emperor single-handedly because I want to do it because it's Malgus and we have to honor Malgus. To all of you guys who have been asking me, I have been asking myself that very same question. I've been asking BioWare for years. Every time I get a chance, will Malgus ever return? What you guys going to do with that 30 seconds of bootleg video material that you showed a few years ago? You know, Malgus in Carbonite. None of this is apparently going to happen, and not a single word encouraging the hope that Malgus will ever return is actually coming out of BioWare's mouth. I don't know if that's good news or bad news. We could use some new heroes and villains. However, that last new villain wasn't exactly my favorite. The new reincarnation of Viciati. I would prefer the Emperor to be in his true form and not as Valkorion. However, I do love the actor who voiced over Valkorion, and plus he made me an incredible gift. Which you probably have heard in the beginning of most of my SWTOR videos. So because of him, I liked the Emperor, and I also like most of the other voiceover performances that he's done. For example, I have over 70 hours in the Shadow of War already since the release of the game, and he's voicing over a number of orcs there. Some of them well known, some of them not so much, and I truly love his work. Right, so we're going to check a few things. Maybe let me open a couple of links, go over the patch notes because they're really simple and really short, nothing interesting out of those. Many of you guys are still confused with the changes between this update, which is actually a very small content update, 5.5.1. It landed yesterday on Wednesday with the 16 hours long maintenance. I don't know how long it was because by the time it was supposed to end originally, it was midnight my local time, and they announced an extension, and I went to sleep. I did not plan to play the game yesterday at all because 12 hours of maintenance for Europe with this time frame was just horrible. And with the 3 hours extension, I just completely scratched it off of my table and off my graphic and plans. By the way, if you haven't seen it, BioWare just announced like an hour ago a new reward in celebration to the release of Battlefront 2. Let me see, where can I show it to you? How about this? Oh, come on. Don't do that. Meh, okay, I can't really show it because it's bugged right now. But I can do that. Copy and paste the link. You will find it in the bottom of the article. It is the Special Forces armor set, which is only available to be claimed until 28th of November, or based on your time zone, it might actually be 21st of November. It is a free armor set bound to the character, but it's given to all of your characters, so you don't need to worry. And it looks kind of familiar. Because I can't show it at the moment, unfortunately, you have to just click the link that I pasted in the chat and take a look for yourself. It's a cool armor set, but nothing really extraordinary, nothing really special, and it's bound per character. I think I mentioned that. Right, as far as patch notes go, let's see, what do we have? Oh, of course, I forgot to mention the code. The code you have to type, thank you Miro, is Special Forces, no spaces, and if it matters, I'm not really sure if it does, all caps. Special Forces, all caps. So, in relation to the patch notes, the United Force update went live yesterday, which was no more than just a server merge. We've got 5 servers, and I still can't remember the name of the servers. So let's see, mine is Darth Malgus, we've got the SWTOR, and what the hell is the name of the other North American server? Because the other, the 4th and the 5th server are the French and German servers, if I remember correctly. They haven't changed. But what the hell was the name of the 2nd North American server? Someone help me, please. I'm a little bit stuck and I'm too lazy to open up another article and check it out. Starforge, of course. Holy crap! I'm actually a member of the Starforge community on Discord because someone invited me about a week ago. And holy crap, I'm so screwed for forgetting it. Okay, BioWare raised up the default slot characters per server, per character, per player, depending on your status. And if you're a subscriber, you get 24 character slots. If you're a preferred status player, you get 12 character slots. If you're free to play, you only get 4, but that's still double the numbers than what you had before. And also, if you have unlocked with real life money or credits, any character slots, they will be added on top of these numbers that I've just mentioned. In terms of renaming characters, I don't know if I was lucky or maybe because I picked relatively unique names, most of them Bulgarian words. Only one of my characters gets to be renamed. I haven't checked actually on the other servers what happens, but this is level 1 Vulkk gift character, which was created on one of the servers for when I'm doing giveaways, so I can get the item that I'm giving away to the person on their personal server, on their own server, not personal. And I was lucky enough to keep all of my names. There is a little bit of an issue, and I already received a few complaints and a few requests to help and make a connection between the player with the issue and Musco and BioWare. One of the most popular issues seems to be that 2 characters with the same names from the same player and the same account, and one character gets to be renamed because 2 of them have the same name, but the player doesn't want this character to be renamed, they want the other character to be renamed because for whatever reason they have 2 of them on different servers with equal names, and after the merge both of these characters end up on the same new server, but both of them have the same name, and unfortunately the old main character has more played time than the new main character, and that's why the new main character has to be renamed. That's an issue that I don't think BioWare has predicted or solved yet. If they find a solution, if Musco responds to my request, I would be really happy to share with you what you're supposed to do if that happens to you, because actually something like that just happened to me. Here you go, 2 characters with the name Vulkk gift apparently exist here in my own legacy. And, there we go, there is the other Vulkk gift, another sweet level 1 Seed Sorcerer. Nothing new has been added to the game in terms of content. Of course, for those of you who are coming from smaller servers after the merge, you might actually feel like the game has completely changed as of yesterday, because Group Finder will be alive. People on the fleet will be asking you to join their groups for heroics, flashpoints, uprisings. I don't think people are doing uprisings. No matter how big servers BioWare create, I don't think the player base is interested in doing the uprisings, even despite the fact that BioWare actually upped the rewards. So it matters which uprising you're doing. It actually matters what content you're doing, because the rewards are not flat out this amount of rewards or this amount of items rewarded to you for doing an operation, regardless of which operation you're doing. No, it matters actually now what exactly we're doing, how long we spend inside an instance, and that actually reflects into the rewards. You only have 11 characters? Really? I think mine here are 27, 28. I forgot to check the name, the number. I don't know if that's good or bad, but everything has been reset here in the bottom left corner for me, where I've had all of those chats set up. However, I do have an old video, part of my, I believe, it's either part of the playlist for SWTOR tricks and tips and tricks, or maybe part of the SWTOR basics. One of those two instructional playlists on my YouTube channel contains a video that will tell you how you can copy and paste old settings for the channels. For example, I used to have separate tabs for the combat log, which always used to be on the right side, and I'll have to do that again. 58, oh holy crap. You have a lot of characters, Magic. Wow. I used to have other tabs for groups, for guild, for operation chat, you know, separate tabs just for whatever reason. Hello, SWTOR for Life 2011. Really? You have a 2011 in your name? Let me scroll up and check. Yes, you do. Oh, okay. I haven't paid attention to the last part of your name. Sorry. I would, of course, want to say, because I recognize already many names that participated together with me in last Saturday's Extra Life, and many of you guys who are actually part of the live stream chat. You helped me make a very good experience for myself and hopefully for everybody else here in the live stream last Saturday. And I've had a very good time hosting and co-hosting, actually, and co-hosting with a bunch of other streamers, unfortunately all of them on Twitch. The 2017's edition of Extra Life. Hopefully, if things go good for me, for the game, and for everybody else, we'll do something similar, even bigger next year. And of course, deep bow to everybody who made the donation to me or to anybody else that was a participant in the Extra Life event. I've actually extracted a couple of the most important and most fun games for me personally, and I hope that you have enjoyed them. If you haven't, you can check them out in the most recent uploaded videos in my YouTube channel. If by any reasons or by weird coincidence you're stumbling upon my live stream for the very first time, this is me attempting to do gameplay, even though I'm still talking for, damn it, 20 minutes now, if OBS is not lying to me. However, it's been a while since I've stopped doing... What's that? Oh, look at this. Fakey1 has subscribed. Is that supposed to be a play word with Obi-Wan? Is that the Fakey1? Fake? Are you a fake Obi-Wan? Greetings and thank you for subscribing. What was I saying? Oh, it doesn't really matter. So back to the topic that there is absolutely no new content. The Legacy Bank, the Legacy Currency Bank expansion or new feature, whatever you want to call it, will be introduced on 28th of November, which is actually in a little bit more than 2 weeks with patch 5.6, because United Forces launch was just about that, the server merges. No new content, no new gameplay, no new features. Well, we do have a double XP, double... Valor, double CXP, double everything event, which is currently running, and I honestly don't know how long we have. Apparently we've got, is that 160 hours? So I would guess it's long enough. And let me show you. Oh, I can't show you, but I've earned, in about an hour of gameplay, I've managed to earn 8 8 packs. Oh, that reminds me. I think I forgot to pick up 2 items here. Yeah. Sorry, that's related to my Patreon giveaway. Oh, I wasn't prepared really, but I do have a few very big milestones related to my Patreon campaign. I'll probably save that for the next time or for another video. But some of my patrons have reached 2 and more years already, and I definitely need to do something appropriate to acknowledge that and thank them, just in case I haven't thanked them already. So, how about the Flashpoint? Anybody interested to join me for a quick run through False Emperor? The first one will be False Emperor, the second one will be something else. I have been logged into Vulkk and wasting my superior command boost. Good job, Vulkk! I like doing that. Is it different, Magic, leveling your Bastion character on the SWTOR server now? Oh yeah, 5.6 promises to be very interesting. Oh, okay, yeah, two names already. Invite and invite. We've got spot for one more person. It's gonna be a tactical, and I forgot to mention because, well, let's see, Sentinel and Commando. Even if our Commando is or wants to be a healer, I don't want to put pressure on anybody. Ah, Trio has joined as well. So we actually made a group of 4 people very quickly. I don't know if you guys have been waiting or maybe spamming me because everything is in the same general tab in my chat now. I miss messages more than ever before. Some of you probably know that I was never too good with noticing in-game chat, and I'm even more lazy when it comes to answering the damn in-game chat, so you'll have to forgive me. Toggle O and activate the False Emperor. Let's do Malgus justice. How about that? I've already got so many messages on socials, mostly from folks like you who were on less populated servers. It must be a damn big thrill seeing live fleet, live chat, active group finder. I have to say I'm not too thrilled and not too excited because to me, that's actually more like a negative thing. To me, everything is exactly the same. Ah, damn! We do actually have a group of 470s appropriate for a hard mode. Well, if you guys want to stay with me for another run, we could do a hard... damn! Master mode Flashpoint.
I heard what
Pick your poison. What master mode Flashpoint do you want to do?
But
everybody is free to guess, not to guess, free to suggest which one should we do.
I'm tremendously honored.
Right.
The Red Eclipse was really well populated. Every time, well, I usually work on the working days during the day. So when I log into the game, it's usually late afternoon, which is exactly the peak time and peak hour for Europe. So, and because also of the fact that I was, and still am technically, on the Red Eclipse, I never ever had any issues whatsoever with population. Every time I wanted to do something, I just log in and do it. Sometimes it's a little slower when I want to pug something with a DPS. Sometimes I use my name on my Sentinel Vulkk. But that comes with a downside as well, because folks recognize the name and start asking questions, or sometimes they actually prize me, for which I'm really thankful when people recognize and prize me. It's always nice to meet a fan, but when I want to just focus and play the game and I start receiving all of these personal messages during an operation run, it gets a little bit distracting. I know how unpleasant and annoying it is when you whisper someone and they don't answer. That's just not unpleasant, it's more like rude and unpolite. So every time I strive to answer any kind of messages everywhere, I beg people to stop asking me general and generic questions on Facebook and Twitter in personal messages, because these same questions are being asked pretty much every day everywhere. But hey, not everybody wants to post something on public, and I totally understand that. But I'm getting out of topic. I don't think I've seen, or at least I haven't seen enough of you guys sharing your thoughts about the already live United Forces update. Have you felt the difference? Tell me here now in the live chat how different the population on your new server is.
The Trandoshans' capacity for warfare is remarkable.
I don't know if Ramiro is around here. Ramiro is one of my patrons, but he sent me a personal message earlier today. He said the first thing he wanted to do when joining the new live server, the new server in SWTOR, and logging in for the first time, the first thing he wanted to do is add my characters in the friend list. That's a big honor, thank you. And even though I haven't updated my lists in my friends list in more than 4 years since the second server merge, it's really nice to have an active and working friends list if you can bother updating it. Let's talk a little bit about the server merges in the past years. Now, it's been so many years already since the first and the second server merge, and my memory is really fading on the subject. I can't really remember what happened. I only remember that I've renamed my character. Well, I was forced to rename Alex because my Sentinel was originally called Alex. I'm Alex. And stop pushing me. And I decided to name him Vulkk, but of course, because of the English alphabet, some people were reading it wrong, and it was really bugging me out. So during the second, well, shortly after the second merge, actually, Vulkk was renamed to Vulkk, and that's the character that you guys know today. He was already, I think, yep, he was already wearing the same outfit. Hey Dennis, thank you for sharing. You've always been generic, Jim, I know, yeah. Your creativity only shines when you're playing your scoundrel. Never outside. No, sorry. That was a poor troll from me. I should have come up with something better. T3M4 is the German server, if anybody is not really familiar. And I believe they kept the name, right? They haven't changed the name of the French and German servers. If they have, that's really weird. Two instances on the fleet in the morning on... Haha, that's a gigantic increase of population for you then. From 10 people online to 2 fleets, yeah. Well, actually, lately the population on the Red Eclipse has been dwindling, but that's because it's been quite a long time since the last real content update from BioWare, and it's only natural. Today in general chat, I spent like 5 minutes on the fleet, and the most frequent line in general chat was, what's happening guys? I haven't logged into the game for X months or Y, or Y, sorry, Y something else, or Y years, and I want to know what's happening, what the first is about. I logged in to see what's happening, not to play the game. Hey, Franz. Oh, you're already going? That's not good. Thank you for stopping by. He will pull me, of course he does that. It's a mechanic. Nothing to worry about. And we are already in the fight with the first boss. And I'm just starting to pay attention to what we are actually doing. This is probably one of the last times I'm doing flashpoints with Carnage with the way it is, because after 18 days, Carnage will never be the same. It will actually be very similar. And I'm really happy with the second additional change that BioWare introduced at the end of last week. Wow. The initial changes were simple for casual players, actually improvement for casual players, but such a disaster in terms of AoE and endgame performance, let alone PvP. Would be nice to see if this guy has been fixed in master mode. And if you guys done this in master mode since the maintenance? Oh, I haven't checked. No, wait, I don't have any strongholds on any of my other characters, so I don't have any doubles. 3 Narshada strongholds. Good. How do you decide, Mike, where to go? Are you like flipping a coin, but then again, coin only has 2 sides, so yeah. It's a tough choice to decide where do you want to spend your weekend. Which stronghold is the best location? Stop doing that, stop doing that. You've chosen the first one you've created. Okay, that's probably from nostalgic reasons. Oh, did we forget that group or did I just rush to the next group? Yeah, I did the Sentinel thing. But that's normal, I'm a Sentinel. Have they introduced the... I don't know actually. I believe that was also a feature to be added with 5.6, but because I don't have a multiple 300 characters, I don't actually know that. And I haven't checked. Hi Zen. No, it's not just a pug thing, it's a normal sentinel thing. If you're a true sentinel, you do these things in a pug, solo, with a guild, everywhere. Ooh, there is someone else. Vesan is online. Wow. Vesan is one of our main tanks, used to be, around the time when we were pushing for Revan hard mode some 2 years ago. I don't remember, it was a long time ago. And he was the first one to drop out of our team as soon as we beat Revan because of his work schedule. I'm surprised that he's actually the one person online right now. Maybe other folks left. I haven't actually kept counting the number of members. But we are inactive at the moment, so it's only normal if someone wants to keep playing actively with a group and not with a pug. They would join another guild or create another guild. I'm actually happy that there is no guild name collision, so Solstice is still Solstice, and not Solstice of Red Eclipse. That's ridiculous. If you're wondering, server transfers are currently still unavailable. However, after the fight, if I remember, I want to actually show you this week's promotions. BioWare is giving a lot of things for cheap this week, including character renames. Oh, whoa. That guy's shielded. Pay attention. So let's see, what do we have? Packs, okay. Mounts, armor, packs, unlocks. Outlander is still 2000. What's that? Oh, that's something that doesn't deserve to be on the cartel market, but we've talked about that already. There we go. Rename character 70% off. Rename guild 70% off. Rename legacy 70% off. And 300 cartel coins, that's actually cheap enough if you really want to do any of these things. And those are the things that deserve to be paid for, if you ask me. That's what BioWare should put on the cartel market, not the CXP Steam, damn it. Am I excited for Battlefront 2? Yes, of course I am. I've been struggling for a month now to read Battlefront Inferno Squad, the book, the novel. But I'm on 82% right now. because I'm reading it from my phone. I don't know which page that is. 2% is good enough. So I've got like 2 more days, well, plus the weekend of course, to finish it before I'm actually ready and able to jump into the game. The book is really good, and it's also very short. The fact that I've been struggling to read it for a month is actually shameful for me, because the book is really short and quick to read. It's also very interesting. When I find the time to sit down and read it, it actually goes so damn quick. I just can't find the time, and I can't make the effort to make some time.
You're not supposed to be here. My holo message.
My PC spec, check on my website vulkk.com, type in the search in the top right corner Vulkk hardware, or just type in Google Vulkk PC hardware. I'm not really sure if there is a link in the description on the of this video. Sometimes I put it, sometimes I forget.
Step away from the controls.
It's quite a powerful configuration. 1080 Ti. The CPU is a little bit old, but still very good. The only area where it's actually dropping performance is rendering, but I can't afford at the moment anything better. If you guys pay attention to the bottom right corner, I'm trying to raise some extra funds for my Christmas upgrades. That's what I call them, because I usually upgrade twice a year, and this Christmas is going to be a little bit bigger upgrade if I manage to pull it off. Sorry about that, I forgot the space. Oh, don't jump, don't jump. I remember. I'm desperate for a new SSD because I only have, well, actually I have 2 SSDs, but one of them is my system drive, which is only 120, and I don't really install anything else. And today's video games are so damn big, it's insane. Right now I barely keep enough space on my game SSD for Battlefront 2. I'll probably have to delete Shadow of War to make some space, because Shadow of War is a whopping 100 gigabytes. Damn big. And I got spoiled for a long time now, but it doesn't hurt to mention it. I got spoiled. I don't want to ever install any of my main games, let's call them like this, on a normal hard drive. That weird classical sound when the hard drive is working is just bugging me so much. And of course the speed of loading things. Come on, wake up! They will disappear again before I wake up. Zen, come on man, buy a PC. Stop with these little mobile toys. You're a PC gamer. Or used to be. Come on, droid. Look at how much life he's gotten. He's stealthing away. That's trolling, HK. Don't troll us. You're a good droid. We all love you. Brick, tell us about your memories. What is your, I don't know, most dear memory related to the False Emperor? Mine is obviously the bombs and the last 10% of Malgus's health in the last boss fight. Nothing beats that struggle to push him off the bridge. So many times we failed for different reasons. Not knowing the mechanics. What else? Lagging out, just noobing out. So many different reasons for failing this. What is your dearest memory from the False Emperor? Maybe the story? The story is damn good. For some reason, because I'm old school, I'm a MMO player from before SWTOR, when I hear group content, I never think about the stupid story. I think about the gameplay, which is wrong when you play Star Wars The Old Republic. You hate this part? Why? I love the crazy guy. Archis. My favorite class, gameplay-wise, is the Sentinel. My second favorite is the Sith Warrior because of the story. My least favorite is probably Scoundrel and Operative DPS. I love healing on those, but I hate DPS on those. I don't know how to play very well, let's say, Guardian DPS. What else? Vanguard DPS, but I don't dislike those classes. I somehow truly dislike the DPS Operative and DPS Scoundrel. It's the kind of class that absolutely doesn't suit me. They're a very good performing class, actually, for both PvP and PvE. Very fun to play with the stealth element. I love healing with them, but DPS, meh. And the story of the Scoundrel is really boring if you don't play the Han Solo type. That's just my opinion.
Whatever you did, it's working.
One memory is when me and some other player were fighting Malgus when it was just the two of us. Each of us would solo Malgus for a bit. Oh yeah, you mean the mechanic where he stuns one player? Well, actually he stuns 3 players and fights one. Yeah, back at level 50, depending on your gear, you were actually pressed to kite sometimes. Did someone push him off? Is that why we're in combat now? Or maybe it's that old bug here on this corner. We always end up in combat.
One of you has vowed to join the new empire. But which one? I'm certainly not telling.
Jim, what the hell, man? Guardian is like your 4th ult. And you're uniting against me? What do you mean by that, Oscar? You haven't played any Flashpoint ever? Not a single Flashpoint? Solo? With a group? Ever? Any? That's a mistake you have to correct. Flashpoints are a really good part of the game. Especially if you do them with a group. They're more fun. They're designed to be played with a group. The solo experience in the soloable... Well, actually, many Flashpoints are solo, but not all of them are actually solo Flashpoints. The solo version is really boring. Unless, of course, you try to turn off the Jesus droid. Someone tell me, please, have I received dislikes already? I was actually a little bit afraid that this might be viewed as a clickbait title, but I really wanted to include Malgus into today's live stream's title. And that was the best I could come up with. Has anybody been pissed off by the content of the video related to the title? I've been keeping up for a while. That's a little bit of an insult, if I want to nitpick, man. I've been together with the game for 6 years now, actually, minus 3 weeks. Oh, wait. In 2 days, I will be 6 years old in Star Wars The Old Republic. Oh, that's cool. So what's that? 11th of November? That's Saturday. A perfect opportunity for me to make a live stream. Don't know what exactly. Probably a gameplay one. Maybe I'll see if some of my patrons will be available to organize an operation run or something and then fill the blank spots with you guys from the chat. But I could come up with something for Saturday. Oh, damn. I'm supposed to fix a laptop on Saturday, which is expected to take my whole day. Based on the information I received, that laptop is so old and so broken. And the owner wants so many things to be done. Wait, we're watching this? Oh, we are watching Malgus, of course. Okay. Why you didn't get any notification if you have a bell icon active? I don't know, that's probably a bug. Sometimes
If I
YouTube
allow
bugs
your
out. Let me
empire to
see.
succeed, I'll be failing those I swore to protect.
You are.
Yep, it did send out notifications. Maybe you didn't receive it. Maybe you're supposed to watch email, you know? The
Our fleet will
notification for a
concentrate their
video
fire
comes
on your
on
station
email.
and destroy
If you're
your
on
vision of a
YouTube,
new
you have to
empire.
rely to
Yes. Let
the
them come in
subscriber
close for the
tab.
kill.
For those of you who don't know, right next to the subscribe button there is that little bell icon. Turn it on so the bell starts ringing. That means you will be receiving notifications via email when I'm publishing a new video or starting a live stream. Unless YouTube screws up, like apparently they did right now for wow.
Doesn't have
Dark
to end this way,
Hal-
Malgus.
I, and only I,
Dark Alucard.
can stop the meltdown at
Is
any
that the
time.
wordplay with
Kill
something?
me and your
Or is it a
precious
bit
fleet
bad?
is lost.
Who voices over Darth Malgus?
Come.
Not
Show
Darth
me
Malgus,
the
Darth
strength
Malgus.
of your
Who
republic.
voices over Darth Malgus? Someone help me out so I don't have to go to IMDb, please.
For the new empire. Thank you again for dealing with Darth Arho. You certainly
most
made my
welcome.
job easier.
No. I don't know why they insist on keeping the
enjoyed
damn
myself
legacy
this
level
much
to
since the
50 for
sacking
so
of
many
Coruscant.
years. Let me... okay, it doesn't work with this shortcut, I have to fix that. The legacy level is still 50 and you cannot level past that. I've been legacy level 50 since... I don't know, late 2012? Early 2013? Maybe, no. Late 2012 it must be. I had a lot of ults, I was farming dailies like mad, I was leveling new characters back in those days like crazy as well. Yeah, I reached level 50 legacy quite soon. We actually had a competition within the guild. And of course, we didn't have too many sources to draw information from, so we had to actually try and test things for ourselves back then.
I should have killed you on Ilum when I had the chance.
Alucard. Is that the wordplay again? That sounds like a character from somewhere. And I'm scared to say Star Trek.
Enough games.
I'm not a huge fan of Star Trek, so forgive me. I don't know the lore, I don't know the character names. I've barely seen the new first movie. And I can't really force myself to watch the second and the third
Will
one.
join
Wake
me
up!
in death, as will your Republic fleet.
Ah, that was for my character, not for you guys. If anybody has fallen asleep watching and listening to the live stream, sweet dreams. Yeah, that's the boring part
Dead.
about Malgus.
Darth Malgus
Don't
is
get to
dead.
push him off.
I won't let you miss the celebration. Get to the hangars. I'll see you
Secondary
there.
systems failure. Core power levels critical.
Ko Kantarus, I hate you, man. He's dead! Darth Malgus is
Warning.
dead! No,
Estimated
he's not.
blast radius 1.92 kilometers. Minimum
Don't kill my...
safe distance 2.4
Malgus is your dad now?
Reactor
Okay.
overload.
One
Primary
flashpoint,
systems failing.
3,
Meltdown
3.5
imminent.
crates. Not bad. We finished the flashpoint. Do we get to... No, we actually completed it already. So, any volunteer to join me for a new one, or we keep the old team and go for something veteran master mode perhaps, or do another veteran mode? I don't think I'll ever get used to the names of the difficulties. Is that the name of the voiceover? Your purple... What the hell? No, 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 no. Mm-mm. Check again what level legacy you are, Mike. Is it possible that maybe a bug happened for you and maybe 2 or 3 of your legacies merged and you didn't get the benefit of the best one? Like, for example, if you had a legacy 50 and a legacy 45 and somehow the server decided, oh, we'll make him grind some more. I think we've got one spot. Anybody want to join us? We've lost one of our DPS, so we have a spot for a DPS or anything actually. If you guys want to do veteran mode, that's fine. Grass Gentle. I haven't lost any of my names either, but I wasn't expecting to. Maybe Cross. Cross is kind of an easy to guess and easy to make name. But then again, I was on the most populated server already, so... Oh, 10 minutes? No, man. I'm gonna start a new Flashpoint sooner than this. I would love to do Master Mode Lost Island. This is my favorite Flashpoint by far, and I still believe it's the most challenging. It's far more interesting than Blood Hunt, and it involves much more... how should I say that? Much more sophisticated and interesting mechanics for each one of the boss fights. There it is. How are your 47 characters? Do you have the bell icon on YouTube active, Riz? You're supposed to receive a notification via email when I go live. And maybe I was supposed to post a link in Discord, but I failed on that part. Okay, let's take a couple of minutes break and maybe check for new information from BioWare. Let's see. They've already released the new forums. That's fine. Nothing new has been posted today. I hate to open the what do you call it? The developer tracker and see messages from yesterday. Damn it! Come on, BioWare, be quicker. I need stuff to read. I need new information. Yeah, I do need. Let's take Dave. We actually have one more spot because Trio went AFK for 10 minutes. And I would like to start the next Flashpoint sooner than this. Or else I'll have to just sit in front of you guys here in this beautiful, windy... Where am I? Zerka? Oh yeah, I did Zerka Flashpoint. That's why I'm here. Bye-bye, Logan. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, we'll give them a little bit of a breather. I took a break when I was working for 3 weeks for 13 to 14 hours every day, so yeah. 20 hours stretch is not really that much, and I doubt that the same people were at the office working for 20 hours. Thank you, Daniel. I'm trying to. No. Hi, Devil. You're only allowed to have up to 24. If you have 28, it's because you've purchased 4 slots at some point with cartel coins, or in other words, with real-life money. It should be him. It is usually the one posting together with Musco. And Charles is being the quiet one, and very, very rarely other folks are posting. That's true, Zen. I still have to do, not all, but many of the flashpoints as a tank for the first time. Thank you, Oscar. You're saying this for every stream. Okay, here is another thing. Bauer also announced that in the frequently asked questions section. You can find it on SWTOR.com or on Vulkk.com, whatever is easier for you. When you have more characters, they will be bind together and you'll be able to play, I believe, 24 of them. Check if you can play all of them, or maybe the last 4 will be locked for you. They will still exist there, but you have to pay to unlock them. However, of course, you're not losing those characters, just like with money for free-to-play accounts. You can pile up money as much as you want, but they go to an escrow account and you cannot actually benefit from the money you're earning unless you subscribe. Shadow was my only tank ever, and yes, I've created, you know that, Zen. I created my first and only tank character. She's been a DPS for a couple of years now. But my first Shadow was a tank, and I've created her because I enjoyed very much the tanking mechanics in Lost Island. And I'm speaking of the level 50 tier 2 hard mode version of Lost Island, which was really tough. The mechanics were really complicated. Gear was a thing back then. We didn't have bolster. Where is the bolster? Oh, I'm outside of Flashpoint. I can't see the bolster. Well, that's the announcement, guys. I've just read it in the patch notes, and they've announced the exact same thing a couple weeks ago. Maybe they decided to change something in the last moment. I'm not really sure why, but the second person is now saying that you have 28 slots. I don't know. Maybe they gave you something for free because whatever reason, maybe because you're a veteran, or I doubt that's a thing. They don't just reward veteran players, unfortunately. Except for the 5th anniversary, they made that really weird looking statue decoration for your stronghold. Yeah, the question is, do you actually need more than 24 character slots? What do you do with all of these characters that you have leveled up for story reasons, for crafting reasons? If it's crafting reasons, then you do definitely need those. But I myself personally cannot really bear to do the Fallen Empire and Eternal Throne over and over again. I stopped on 4, I believe, or 5. I've done Fallen Empire 5 times, I've done Eternal Throne 4 times, and I've only done the War for Alcat twice. I have to do it at least one more time for my Commando. Come on, Trio. Where are you? Wow. Everything is so messed up. I don't know why they reset absolutely everything. Probably because they've created a brand new file on my system for the new server name. I have to copy over some things. Let's see, what am I looking for? Chat, timestamp. There we go. Unfortunately, it doesn't do it retroactively, which means that old messages will not be visible. But who cares about that? That's a good way to save a name for a character, but if or when another server merge ever happens, that would not save you. Unless, of course, they do the same rules, because right now the number of subscribers is really small. I don't know the actual number of subscribers to Star Wars The Old Republic. I can only guess based on what I read and see here and there. But the number of subscribers is actually very small, and with this server merge, Power gave a huge priority to active subscribers. So if you're a subscriber and you've created 15 characters level 1 and you've not spent any time leveling them up, you would still get to keep them. Or that's what they said. Hey TIE Pilot, is it worth still playing SWTOR? Tell me, how much have you played? And if you've left, how long ago have you left the game? And I'll tell you what you've missed and what you can and should do. Because just answering yes, it's worth is a little bit of a boring answer, you have to admit. Obviously, I'm still here, I'm still subscribed, so to me it's still worth. But I'm fully aware that it's not worth to everybody, and I don't want to lie to people. Just because I stayed into the game doesn't mean that everybody should. I like that. So, what do we do? Veteran mode, master mode. Oh, typical. One vote for hard mode, master mode, one vote for veteran mode, and the third vote is I pass. Come on. Let's ask the chat, what do you guys want to see? Keep in mind that we might not be able to do a smooth and quick run on Lost Island, because it was already requested up there. They are creating two things for PvP, two things they haven't created in a long time. First, ground war zone, and second, space war zone. Believe it or not, Galactic Starfighter is being revived from the dust for, how's it been, 3 years? Since they introduced Galactic Starfighter. Hard mode, master mode. Sorry guys, everybody is voting for master mode. It won't be Blood Hunt. Don't throw me Zen. Blood Hunt is boring. I cannot do Lost Island. Okay, let's do something easier then. Hard mode, but still easier. How does that look? Which one is easier then? Armor station doesn't count, it's really boring. Master mode Crisis on Umbara. That's tempting. Oh, Town Under Siege! Come on, please do zombies with me. I would love to do zombies. Don't quit the group because I wanna do zombies hard mode. I'm a huge fan of zombies, even though most of the latest movies and TV shows are boring as hell, including the last couple seasons of The Walking Dead. I hate the way that the newest season of Walking Dead is developing so far. So damn annoying. Feels like one big event stretched into God knows how many episodes. If I could watch all of the episodes together, that would be lovely. But I can't do that. And then there will be a winter break, probably in the beginning of December. One flashpoint is bugged. It's probably more than one, depending on what kind of a bug you have in mind. Oh, that's a very popular question lately. Hey Joshua, how long do I think Star Wars The Old Republic will last after the merges? I think it's probably been nearly 3 years now, maybe 2.5, since I was a guest in Larry Everett's podcast for Hyperspace Beacon. And one of his questions to the three of us, the guest on the podcast show, he asked us, how long do you think the game will survive? Back then, I guessed by the end of 2017 or somewhere in the middle of 2018, the game will run out of content and it will close shortly after. We are now at the end of 2017. BioWare is promising us a ton of more content for 2018, even though for a full year they've only given us 2 operation bosses instead of 5 as promised, so that's a big letdown. Not that I care, I've stopped caring about operations a while ago, and the moment they confirmed, even though I strongly fought against the staged release of an operation, they decided to do it like this, and I was fully aware that it's going to happen like that. I was hoping for more than 2 bosses in 2017, but to answer the question how long I think the game will last, I don't know. Right now I'm just hoping that they give us new content. Even if the game ends in the summer of 2018, I want new content for that next half year, or however long it is, 1 year, 2 years, I don't know. I want new content to be released. Whatever they have been working on in the past year, months, weeks, whatever, they should just release it the way it is if the game is about to close. Yeah, right now, as we're at the end of 2017, my new guess is probably by the end of 2019. The game still has a lot of potential. It still has a solid player base. It still has a much bigger player base than Lord of the Rings, for example, and probably many other games, but I only have experience with Lord of the Rings online, so I can compare those two. Bye bye, Oscar. Have a good night. I'm more afraid of a question like that, but related to Battlefront 2. How long do you think Battlefront 2 will last? The way the star cards are designed, I don't think too long. Even despite the changes that they've just announced to the star cards, they're still a grindfest and they're still a pay to win. To a lesser degree, but... Wow, it's actually laggy in here. Good old lag has returned. That's what I'm thinking. Whenever this game ends, who subscribed? Deuce. Hi Deuce, thank you for your subscription. If you're on the stream, of course. I think that whenever BioWare or EA decides to pull the plug to Star Wars The Old Republic, they will have another game ready. And we've very recently heard about the Visceral being disbanded and the game that they've been working on, the Star Wars open world game, put on hold. So we don't have an alternative, except for Battlefront, of course. But Battlefront is a very different kind of a Star Wars game. And in most cases, the player base that is involved with Star Wars The Old Republic will likely not get too hardcore in Battlefront 2. That's what I'm thinking. I'm sure that there are examples that will prove this wrong. Welcome back, Magic. What time is it for you there? It should be very early afternoon, I suppose. Ben, tell us first, what did kids say about this? What was the discussion about? If you're allowed to share it, of course. Come on, dude. Don't get stuck there. That's not a good spot to be stuck. can I ask the most generic question? And I have something in mind. It's not related to me. How many of you guys are actively using Twitch? Are you following Star Wars: The Old Republic Twitch streamers? And again, I'm not asking for myself. I have absolutely no intention to go back to Twitch. But as a matter of fact, the reason why I'm asking this question, I know about you. The reason why I'm asking this question is because yesterday I was listening to the latest episode of the podcast where Magic is one of the co-hosts. It's the SWTOR, the Consul SWTOR, the appropriate name. And they were talking about video content producers versus live streaming. And what is always interesting, and it seems to be like a rule these days, if you want to be called a live streamer, you have to be on Twitch. If you want to be called a video content producer, you have to be on YouTube. That's really weird. And in relation to that, let me share with you this link. Please, guys, show some love to Magic. She's one of the newest Star Wars: The Old Republic live streamers. And as I've just told you, she's one of the co-hosts of the Council SWTOR. Man, that word is hard to pronounce. Council, right? What's Twitch? Haha, nice throw. Is Rizashi around? I was expecting some kind of a friendly throw from him when I mentioned Twitch and live streaming. Come on, Riz! Are you around? Have I clicked? Oh, I haven't. Sorry.
Spread out. Check for survivors.
Major, we gotta... Hey, you alright?
You guys mind if we watch this cutscene? I like that. The very first zombie in Star Wars: The Old Republic. No, not actually. I think I saw the first Ragu event on Tatooine before I saw the Flashpoint. Or, I don't know. It's her channel, not his. Magic is one of the few female live streamers to Star Wars: The Old Republic. Or at least the few that I know of. As I've told you, I don't really follow Twitch too much. And sadly for me, most of the people that I follow on Twitch are from North America, which means they live stream when I'm sleeping or working. So I only get to watch from time to time during my weekends.
You must be the Republic reinforcements. Too little, too late, if you ask me.
We can stop this outbreak if we work
Scientific programming?
Work together.
What's this?
There's a novel concept. The nobles around here only
What-
care about
what does that
themselves.
mean?
They decide the quarantine doesn't apply to them, so they raid the spaceport and steal a shuttle. Now, my whole
No, I
team
know
is
what you
dead.
mean, Ben. Sorry about
should've
ditching
come
that
to investigate
conversation
the
with you,
crash
mate.
site.
I know what you
Should've known
mean
any
by the old
survivors would
tokens.
already
I'm
be
perfectly
infected.
aware what were removed from the game, and
What's the
I
situation?
also think I know why they removed
The
it.
word?
They actually
Hopeless.
reintroduced
The plague
many of
spiraling out
those
control.
sets
The rat ghouls
with
are
different
getting
names
stronger.
and with slightly
virus isn't just
different
infecting
color
sentients
schemes and
anymore.
variations
It's spreading
to
through
the
the
cartel
local
market,
wildlife.
and some
My
of them
patrols have no
are
idea how
available
to
for
handle it.
crafting as well. My question is, what Kit said in that
Too dangerous
discussion
out here
with
in the
you?
wilds.
I
Tell
would
your patrols
love
to
to
fall
see
back somewhere
these
safe.
sets. Let me tell you that
Safe
from now.
doesn't
It's
really
obviously that I
apply,
would love to
but
see
I'll
all
give
of
the
these
order.
sets. I still
All
have some of
patrols
my...
fall back to the spaceport.
I
Stay
don't
on
know
this frequency
if I have
and
the
keep in
full
touch.
Kel Dragon from the
Spaceport's
Nightmare
where the outbreak
Scum and
began.
Villain. I think I
Maybe
have
we can
most
learn-
of it. Probably full of it, I'm not really sure. My
chest is
favorite
on
design
fire.
of armor has been removed from the game for a very long time. It's some of the classes, not all of them. The Rakata version,
virus is
to
inside
some
you.
extent the
We
Kolomi
have to
version,
act
because
fast.
Kolomi was actually the
Don't
same
let
as
it end
Rakata,
like
but
this.
with a different color scheme.
Please.
I loved the
Help
first
me.
Battle Master, and what was the tier before Battle Master in PvP?
I'm sorry. It's too late.
whatever it was,
nothing I can do.
Centurion, I think. Yeah, Centurion and Battlemaster. These were the favorite outfits of
Find out
mine.
who's
Back
behind this.
then, of course, we didn't
And
have outfits,
kill 'em for
so
me.
we were forced to wear what we needed for stats and for gear, actually. What metro? You mean the game Metro? I actually stopped playing it. I bought both of the games in the bundle, and I played for like a couple hours and I stopped again. I don't know why. I'm a fan of this kind of games, and for whatever reason I just didn't do it. Oh, that's right. Centurion was the first tier, and Champion was the sub-tier to Battlemaster. Thank you. The Champion for my Sentinel was ugly. I remember it was tight on the body, something like a gold accent, I remember. I actually have, I believe, if not full set of Centurion and Battlemaster and Champion, I think I have most of the items. Oh, I forgot these guys explode. We may actually wipe a couple of times here, because we're a little bit careless on these trash pools. And later on, after the first boss, we're gonna be in big trouble. Holy crap, that sounds interesting and with a huge potential to learn stuff. Scientific live streaming, wow. Who's going there? Don't go there. That's a bad place to go. You've got a theme related to the season, have you? Winter Warrior. Oh, I just got a promotional message from Steam today that For Honor is free weekend again, so I might actually go give it a try one more time for solo gameplay, of course. I don't think I'm good enough to try the multiplayer in For Honor. It's way too complicated and it just won't be good for me. Oh, that's what he was doing. Oh. Unfortunately, with the amount of feedback they get on every single post on Facebook, I don't think they will notice most of the suggestions. Hopefully. So he asked, "What do you think?" What we think? I've obviously missed that question. So Kate asked, "What do we think about bringing back the old gear sets?" We would love to see them. You know what puzzles me? For whatever reason, BioWare's official Facebook page, I mean not BioWare, SWTOR's official Facebook page seems to be a lot more active from the point of view of the consumer. Every post there gets a lot more likes, shares and comments compared to Twitter. And yet, every kind of social promotion, including the gameplay promotions from players like me and everybody else in the community, all of these things go to Twitter. I don't know why. Is there like a rule or a law for Facebook that they're not allowed to do promotional stuff like that? One time, it was about 1.5 years ago, I believe, or maybe 1 year ago, they shared one of my guides from Vulkk.com. I have to honestly tell you, I told that Musco, he accepted it with a smile. When BioWare shared one of my guides for the first time on my website, the amount of community reaction and the amount of visits I got on the day and on the next day completely broke my website. Actually, yeah, it broke it. I had to go. I was using Amazon Web Services back then, and I had to go 3 tiers higher to be able to accept all of the incoming visitors from that single promotional post. That's how much more popular the Facebook page of SWTOR is. If you are using Facebook, you should be following them because it's more interesting there than on Twitter for whatever reason. And I don't mean to trash Twitter. Invite only Facebook. Aha. Oh, okay, I didn't know about that. It It's an invite-only group. Okay, so it's kind of like a private community. Wait, so Magic, you were actually not a part of the same guild? You found him online and then later you joined the guild? Or maybe you're not even a part of the guild. During the Extra Life event, it was a total chaos and I could not remember who is who on their characters and what guild they belong to. I just by default accepted that everybody is part of the Unholy Alliance. Go away, it explodes! Not quick enough! Zombie invasion. What else would you ask from a game than a zombie invasion? Every time I play through this Flashpoint, I get a sudden urge to reread... what was the name of that book? Dead Troopers. Star Wars Dead Troopers. It's of course it's a non-canon book because it's an old one released many years before, 96 or 98, I'm not really sure when, but quite a long time ago was released the Dead Troopers book, which is one of my all-time favorite Star Wars books and actually one of my favorite books altogether. It's actually surprising, I don't usually put Star Wars literature amongst my favorite. Although I'm a huge fan, but the books are a little bit too simple and too predictable to read. Maybe that's why I liked Inferno Squad, because it's so unpredictable with so many surprises and different turns of events all the time. This is not exactly a boss fight, although I've always considered it to be a boss fight, and it was so very tough at level 50. We were struggling, we were actually cheering when the last wave happened. And now, look at it now. I barely paid attention to what's happening. The push from the Screamer was actually nearly killing players back at level 50. No such thing is happening. And that's it, one shot the boss. Cross-faction group finder. I believe that's been suggested to them before, along with cross-faction grouping altogether, not just group finder, as well as cross-faction chats, environments, guilds, most of all. But oops. Who was I following? Who is this? Trio! Damn you! Trio is going in the wrong direction. I'm following him like a blind sheep. On the topic of Sakari, he's one of the people that I follow for the longest time in Star Wars The Old Republic. Probably since nearly the beginning when he started live streaming. What was it, 2 years ago? More than 2 years ago. The issue is because he's always live streaming in his own live time zone, I always struggle because the difference between Bulgaria time zone and the Australian time zone is so very different. Usually he's live streaming when I'm waking up to go to work in the early morning. What do you mean Central? Isn't Sakari in Australia? Huh. Why am I so confused then? Why am I in such a big error?
Green Patrol. Got a visual on the spaceport. No signs of life.
We're going in. Blaster fire! Get down! Get down!
I'll have to ask him on Twitter. Or maybe next time I catch him live on stream. Why do I think that he's living in Australia and he's actually in Texas? I know about her, yeah. I do know about her. This was another very tough pull. We used to go, pull the mobs, and then hide back all the way over here and let the NPCs kill a couple of mobs, die, and then we finish what's left. Bye bye, Knight. Thank you for joining me, man. I'm certain you had fun. You wouldn't have stayed for 1.5 hours otherwise. Oh, this pool was fun, and it's not anymore. I mean, it's not always fun when you struggle to survive every single time, even though you know what's happening and you still struggle. Nice. Ah, that's the advertisement. Are we going through the middle? Let's go to the... Okay, never mind. The middle it is! Let's make a contest. Who has the biggest number of characters on their own new server? So let's see. My number is obviously too small, 27 or 28 on Malgus. Mr. Dane currently leads with 42 on SWTOR. No, man, no. I've turned casual more than a year ago, probably. And I have to admit, I'm really enjoying it. I find it so very uniquely fun and interesting to have my evenings to myself. What the hell is happening? It's still 58. Okay, Magic definitely has a big lead with 58 characters. It's on SWTOR, right? Dennis has a 52 on Malgus. Nice. Close second and definitely more than me. I should ask how many of these characters are... This cannot be true, man. Come on now. I know that you're an old and veteran player, Varda, but seriously, can I have a screenshot, please? And that's actually just for bragging purposes. I want to reshare it. If you want to post it on Twitter or Facebook, I would love to reshare the 53 character slots on Starforge. My God. Really? And not 53, 93! 90! Oh. Wow. Completely blew me away. I don't think there is a point to ask anymore about the competition. Who has the most characters? Yeah, Daniel, join me in shame with your 15 and my 27. Look at the 93. I don't think it's possible to level 93 to level 70, even if you do that during double XP events. Hey George, why do you think of deleting them? All of them or just the extra past the first 8? You should never delete characters. come on, bring them here, bring them here. The buff is up. Come on, guys. And we're going to the next one then. Come on, let's start slowly moving to the next one. Whichever you want. Okay, that one. I'm trying to start developing my habits for the new Carnage system, new combat system. And I still find myself trying to clip every time I possibly could. Oh, nobody has asked me, or maybe if you have, I've not seen it. My ping! Wow! It's actually higher than what it should be. Earlier it was 71, 73, 104 milliseconds, 86 power. That's higher than my usual ping. The server is in the exact same location. It's a better server hardware. What the hell are you doing now? I've got a bigger ping than Varda's number of characters. That's actually one of the toughest bosses, I think, in the whole Flashpoint. Of course, we're not doing the bonus boss, as you have already noticed, probably, because we're not doing the turrets. But the bonus boss is a true nightmare here. Was, unless they nerfed it. Have they nerfed it? I believe they have, actually. Oh yeah, I did it recently, and the droids are not nearly as deadly as they used to be. There is a double XP event right now. Look at this. Commander XP, you're currently earning experience at 200% from a server-wide increased event. You're also currently earning command experience at a bonus of plus 100% due to a server event. And how long do we have until the end of this? 150 something hours. Oh. That's not good. What the hell are we doing? Did we pull two groups here? Yeah, we did. That's not how we do the pull here. We gotta actually pull them and run back and just clear them slowly. Once the mercenary gets you, they don't let go. You have to interrupt, you have to interrupt. Come on, interrupt them. Nah. They actually finished the channel. And I wasn't expecting that. Damn you. Yeah, it's really, really painful to see that happen. Flakem probably had the interrupt on cooldown, I guess. So, we pull one mob and run back to this corridor here until we clear pretty much the whole room. I think 3 pulls. We already killed 1.5 maybe. But just touch the nearest mob and run back. What happened here is we put 2 groups without caring too much, and the mercenary characters, the mercenary NPCs, grapple you and stun you with a 30-second channel while damaging you during the stun. And unless they are interrupted by another player, they just don't let go. And if they let go, they actually almost immediately restun you again with a fresh 30-second channel. So you have to quickly focus on the mercenary NPCs and take them down first very efficiently. Or just CC them, because they are CCable. And we don't want to explode the Plague Bearer in the middle of the group for damage purposes. The Plague Bearer, the big fat guy, bigger and fatter than me, camera bug, explodes when they drop into the lower numbers of their HP. Okay, I think it's clear enough. Yep, so stick to the wall. We are pulling that group in front of me there, starting with the mercenary quickly and take him down first. I don't know if you guys in the group can actually hear me, but I'm probably explaining to myself and to my audience. Get this one, get this one. Too late. Has anybody dared yet to beat the 93 number of characters from Varda? I don't think so. I don't think that's possible. What's that 64? What do you mean, Mike? Oh, that's not 64. Oh, wait, is that how tall I am? I have no idea what 6'4" means. I am about 176, 177 centimeters tall. Which is, I don't know, kind of average probably. A little bit on the shorter side. I look like a big man. I'm not big, no, I'm not that big. Well, I've grown on the wider side in the last 2 years. Six feet 4 inches. Will someone turn that into a currency that I'm more familiar with, please? I think 6'4" is tall, yeah. Basketball players are 6'8", 7, so I guess 6'4" is considered to be tall. Okay, this group could be a tricky pull. Again, I'm not really sure what 5.1 is because I'm not familiar with the foot metric system or whatever you call it. Sorry. But yeah, 5.1 sounds different than 6.4. 192, okay, yeah, that's tall enough. I haven't actually measured myself for quite a few years, so I highly doubt that I've grown. It's possible that maybe I've shrunk with the years passing, you know, that people actually start shrinking. Although it's a little bit early for me to start shrinking. Another tough pool. So, middle guy, big guy, and left guy. Let me understand this. Sidious. How do I get all my general chat windows on all my characters without having to log into them individually? I don't know what you mean. And I don't think such a thing is possible. Hey. Good evening and good afternoon and good something to everybody. I promise I'll show my ugly face in a moment. Hey, there we go. Greetings from Bulgaria. Welcome to Vulkk's regular live stream for Star Wars The Old Republic. Well, the first one since, I want to say 2 months. Oh, good evening and good afternoon and good something to everybody. I promise I'll show my ugly face in a moment. Hey, there we go. Stupid Vulkk. Sorry about that double sound. It was just for a, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 seconds. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys are enjoying the server merge. Solved the problem apparently.
About time the cavalry showed up.
I love
Been
her
hiding out
accent.
here in the spaceport
Is that
for
a
days.
Texas accent
Name's
or
Melara.
am I mistaken?
You're probably gonna check the records and see it was my ship that brought the Rackles here.
What
But
kind of an
it
accent is
wasn't my
that?
fault.
Help me out.
I had
North
no
Americans?
idea those
Or
things
maybe
were my
something
cargo
else?
hold. I'm as
Maybe
much
it's
a
not
victim
even
as
North
anyone.
American at all? The first time I heard her speaking, she sounded to me like a Texan accent. And I could use the
Don't you
fact
feel
that
bad about
Magic
all the
is
suffering
here
you
right now,
caused?
so
Did
you'll
you
be
even
able to
try
tell
help?
me if that's a
Helping
true
others
Texan
is your
accent.
thing, Jedi, not mine. Besides, this wasn't my fault. Blame the man who
Ha.
hired me.
You haven't seen
You
my
heard of Dr.
clickbait
Lord?
title?
He's a
Darth
member of the
Malgus is my
37
server.
families from Deservo. Bitter
South
rivals with
US.
Tyon ruling
Okay,
family.
Texas is part
Lord
of the
instructed me to
South,
fly
so
to Kaon. Rackles burst
technically
out
I
of my
was
cargo hold the
almost
second I
correct.
touched down. Blood and bodies everywhere.
That I haven't tried.
still
Can
inside
he
your
select
shuttle.
your character and
could've
use
just
your
taken off when the
target of
attack
target
began.
marker to select the NPC?
Figured Lorik was expecting
I don't remember
that.
if
Thought he
I've
might have
tried that
bootstrapped the
when it
shuttle.
happened to
So I
me.
slipped out and hid in the spaceport. The last thing Lorik
Oh
wanted
yeah,
was for me
absolutely
to
nothing to
survive,
sorry about.
because
Let me
I
type
can
that.
tell you where to find him.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate bug. You cannot actually predict.
You're gonna help me stop him, to make amends for your role in this tragedy.
What? No. This is about revenge. Lorik double-crossed me. The shuttle departed from a remote island on Ord Mantell. Lorik has a secret base there. But that's all I know. Look, I came clean, told you what I know in good faith. So, you gonna get me out of here now, or what?
You were nothing but a pawn in Lorik's scheme. And
Sorry,
you did provide
Dave,
valuable
one of my
information.
patrons, is trolling
Glad
me
we're
in
on
the
the same
chat.
page. Tell you what, just drop me off at the nearest uninfected
That's fine.
planet, and I'll figure
Show
it
me.
out from there.
My server, Malgus. Darth
have to
Malgus
verify
is my
you're not
server.
carrying the
It's a
plague
brand new
virus.
server. Don't be
The shuttle will
afraid
pick you up
if
when
you
I'm
don't
done
know the
here and
name.
take you to testing.
It's a server that
Wait,
exists
poked
since
and
yesterday.
prodded by medical droids. Beats the alternative, I guess. Hey, just do me a favor. Don't wait too long to come and get me. I've spent more than enough time on this rock.
Northeast of England? Oh, really? Because you mentioned England, I have to tell you. Well, England, actually UK, more likely, because I spent half of the day today listening sea shanties and Irish drinking songs and Irish traditional songs on Spotify. Damn cool playlists available there. Wow. I'm sure everybody has heard about the Charlie Mops song and the beer song. Actually, I think it's called Beer, 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 or the Beer Song. Should be able to Google it very easily. Trio, you have subscribed. That would be nice. Okay, I think that's enough. I mean, obviously, I can do another Flashpoint, but we've had enough fun. Well, I had enough fun. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed your stay here. It's been nearly 2 hours since I've started the live stream, and oh, Cubby, hey, don't forget to show all of us those lovely placemats when you receive them from Moxie. Cubby made a very generous donation to Extra Life on Saturday, and he was one of the winners. One of the donations, his donation was one of the donations that won him custom-made Star Wars placemats from Moxie, created customly by human hand. When Impside, hey Natasha, it's nice to see you, although I'm closing the stream. I don't know when I'm gonna play the Imp side. I'm not really interested in grinding anything at the moment. I'm just having fun. I just don't see... Yeah, I do remember that it's you, mate. You haven't been active in the chat for a while, so I assumed you've muted it. Or maybe you're telling the other folks who you are. That's nice. Forgot my thought. Okay, thank you very much, guys, for joining me for the live stream tonight. I hope you have enjoyed it, and you know how to show it. If you've enjoyed it, please throw a like on the live stream, because when I get the video published as a normal VOD upload, those likes and the dislikes will carry on. The comments will not, however. I would love to see you on Saturday, although I have to see if I will be able to make the afternoon or the evening available for myself so I can live stream, because that would be 11th of November. 6 years exactly since I touched. That's a very naughty thing to say. 6 years since I first played Star Wars The Old Republic. It was one of the beta events shortly before the release, and I don't think I'm allowed to show screenshots, but I've got about 1 million screenshots from these beta events. I don't think I'm allowed to share those, no. Alright. Bye bye, guys. Thank you for the fun time tonight.